Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Isaac. This channel is dedicated to helping you guys solve those little problems life throws at you. Today we're going to be covering how to do an oil change on your vehicle. The best way to do it is to go to your local auto shop and provide them with the correct information of your vehicle. That is, make, model and year. For example, we are doing a service on a BT50 Mazda 2013. We have been given the right oil and filter to get the job done right. I've also included a filter flush so we can get rid of all the oil in the actual motor. So let's get our hands dirty, guys. After visiting your local auto shop, you should have been provided with the correct oil and filter needed to complete the task. Another option is to add engine flush, ensuring all oil is being drained out of your motor. Next, you will need a socket set and a strap wrench. This step, guys, will take about 10 minutes. Find your oil fill point and obviously read the directions on the bottle, depending on how many litres, etc. your engine does take. Okay, so once you've done that, obviously pop the cap back on the motor and go start your vehicle. And then we just wait. We'll see you in 10. Here is a closer look of a heavy duty and light duty jack. Blue one's obviously the heavy duty and the grey one is the lighter duty jack. Both of them will be able to do the job, but with forward drives the heavy duty one would be the way to go. In the middle of the jack stands, so obviously once you've got the vehicle raised, you prop them underneath the main bearing points and lock it into place. I have the luxury of having wheel stands, so all I've got to do is drive up and it raises the vehicle enough for my body to fit underneath it safely. Then you would obviously need to have a secondary safety point, which is the wheel chop.
First like to crack these before I unscrew them. I'm just going to swap over to a drill to make this process a little bit quicker.
Half inch socket. And as you can see, there is previous oil residue, so if you do not want a mess, maybe put some cardboard down or a sheet. Go. And then we just let that run. In the meantime, I will take that filter out. So the filter is placed behind the front left-hand wheel, just behind this little rubber cover, dirt cover, basically. So we'll remove these so we can have access to them. These little plastic tags are a little bit of a pain. So if you've got new ones to replace, you can just pop them off if you want. There should be enough to get in there. There it is right there. Okay. There should be enough to get in there. Alright. So
now I'm going to drop the sump oil.
Once you've removed the rubber flap from behind the tyre, you're able to get your socket in. Then unscrew the cap of the filter. Other cars may or may not have one of these. Should be loose enough to be able to do it with my hands now. Just be aware there can be some leakage, so get a pan ready. Okay, yep, there it goes. Okay, and now we remove that. Rightio guys, now we're just going to swap the new filter and all the seals. Your filter kit should come with all the seals. If they don't, do like I did and go and get seals back. Okay. It's always good to replace the seals. They can corrode and get old, even though if they look good or not. Alright, so that is ready to go. The other one is for your sump plug, so we'll use that later. Rightio, now all you need to do is replace the cap and filter back onto the housing, and always double check that you haven't threaded it. And do that till it is fully tight. Cut. And lastly, you just got to return the sump plug. Also, don't forget to ensure that the oil fill cap on the top of the motor is open, so all the oil will drain out completely. Okay. As I'm doing this, I'm ensuring not to rethread. Okay. And done. Alright, now make sure you drop your vehicle off its stands or the jack. Ensure you've cleaned up all the oil from underneath your car. I like to use a funnel because obviously there is no excess oil leakage. And then just pour away. This vehicle takes a maximum of 9.2 litres but I find it's more likely about 8. But the dipstick will give you the level that you need it to be at anyway. So just double check your dipstick every time you finish a bottle or you think you're overfilled. Just double check your dipstick until you're up to happy levels. Okay, and then once you're happy with the level on your dipstick, return the cap, of course. And that is job done, job complete. Thanks for watching, guys. And remember, our channel is dedicated to helping you solve those little problems life throws at you. Like and subscribe for more content.